Guys, welcome back to the channel. The weekend is upon us, and today more updates coming in from the camp of the Ghana Black Stars. Yes, Jerry Afriyie, according to the grapevine, is set to get his call up into the Ghana national team ahead of the World Cup Crunch qualifiers in March. Support for Otto has come in after a disappointing campaign in the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. There have been calls for support for Otto as he looks to prepare the Black Stars for this upcoming international break and World Cup qualifiers. We look at the calls and what others have to say. Subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. Sahara Football merchandise links are in the description. Merchandise goes a long way to help the channel grow drastically and provide you more amazing content. Also, we'll be giving some shout outs at the end of today's video. We'll jump right into it and first talk about Jerry Afriyie's possible call-up into the Ghana national team ahead of the World Cup qualifiers. We all remember Jerry Afriyie, the man who scored and Otto ran onto the pitch. Now he's a hugely talented guy. Was with the under-20 team that qualified for the under-20 African Cup of Nations this year, which the Black Star Satellites are preparing earnestly for. And now the talented youngster will be named in Ghana's squad, according to reports. Ghana will be playing Chad and Madagascar in March, and the 18-year-old is in line to play a part for the Black Stars after he won over Coach Otto and his backroom staff. Well, a new backroom staff that will be the previous one, that is. Afriyie, who is on the roster of Sunyani-based Division 1 side Thoughts FC. It's surprising to me that no one has snapped him up yet. The top clubs, Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Oak, would do with such a youngster in their ranks, in my opinion. Probably the asking fee is a bit too hefty, but hey, he is worth it. He's a Ghanaian as well. The Ghanaian Gaffer is a huge admirer of the talented under-20 star and has already firmed up in his plans for the next games in 2 months. Now, Otto has told close associates about deploying the youngster in a prominent role in the World Cup qualifiers after being overly convinced about his immense qualities. It appears it won't be business as usual for the Ghana's top stars in Euros, as they will have to fight for position in the team, as it should have always been, in my opinion. A crunch game against Chad and Madagascar in 2 months' time. While there could be a pushback from some quarters, Otto is convinced by Afriyie that Afriyie could play a significant role for the team with the right mentality, focus, and management. So yeah, he can be managed to be one of the best at crop. And where have I heard this before? Felix Afenajan. He was a bright prospect, came in, helped Ghana qualify for the World Cup, and many say it did not go well and we did not do well in not sending him there. I've always said that we have to pick the best players in form. We have to find the balance between trying to reward those who help us get there and get a squad that can compete at that stage. At the time when the call-up was being made for the World Cup in December, it didn't look like a good time for Felix Afenajan. And Otto had made a hard decision between calling up a player and rewarding him for getting us there, or calling a player out of form and possibly not giving us a better chance to compete. In the end, Ghana could not compete, at least in the first round. We were knocked out after the first round of matches, and the Felix Afenajan's career has not been the same. However, he is finding his feet once again in Juventus C and doing well. Named in the Team of the Week just last weekend. We're happy for him, but we hope that we don't repeat the same mistake here with this Thoughts FC 18-year-old guy. Jerry Afriyie could come into the national team and will shine. He's an amazing talent. He for sure will shine. And I hope that we don't, quote unquote, neglect him. I'm not suggesting that if he's not in form, we should call him, but we should know how to go about it. Make him understand so that there are no bitterness in the hearts of some of these players. There's always a factor that we have to consider. If this young man is being brought in, he has to probably be factored into the Ghana national team. Hopefully he will be in form and that will not be a bone of contention. We hope and wish that he does come in and shines for us, and we'll see how things go on that front. Call for support for Coach Otto Addo is what Afriyie is saying here. He is an ESCO member, Frederick Echampo. He's rallying support for the Black Stars coach Otto Addo. Now, while the long-term future of the coach is unclear, it appears quite certain the former Ghana international will lead the team against Chad and Madagascar in 2 months' time. And now, Otto Addo has come under intense scrutiny following the Black Stars' failure to qualify for the AFCON. Now, while views are widely divided over his long-term future, the GFA Executive Council member, who is Frederick Echampo, has voiced his support for the Gaffer. And now he says, we have confidence. Why not? He's a coach and needs our support. If you and I start losing confidence in him, who does he tend to? He quizzed on an interview with Akoma FM. Yes, and he himself admits the result we had from the AFCON qualifier is not the best. It's the worst, actually. He acknowledges that, and I do say, what he needs to know is that whatever we need to do to support him to be able to negotiate the World Cup qualifiers and do well is what is required of us. Ghana will host Chad on Monday, March 17th, before traveling to Madagascar between 17th to 25th March 2025. Other qualification matches have been scheduled for 1st to 9th September 2025, with the final match day scheduled for 6th to 14th October 2025 against in Central African Republic and Comoros, respectively. So 6 games to go. Hope that Ghana can make it to the World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. We're hoping the boys can get the job done and get us over the line. And that is where I'll end for today. The Black Stars possible call-up for Jerry Afriyie calls for support for Otto Addo. We need to support him. He's the one we have now in charge, and we need to make sure that he is getting all the necessary support. I'll leave with a couple of shout outs here from Deja Eric. He says, great work, bro. Thank you so much. Appreciate your comment in our last video. The GFA itself must be dissolved. That's from Rich Royale. And finally, Oswald Abayaruk. Thank you so much for your comment in our last video. I appreciate you guys so much. Without you, we will not be able to do this. Purchase our merchandise, support the channel, watch, share, leave a like on the video. It goes a long way to help. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.